Computer hackers have breached the security of the world's biggest software company, Microsoft. The FBI is now investigating the attack, which the firm has described as a deplorable act of industrial espionage. The spokesman refused to say what areas of Microsoft's network were breached or what the hackers' possible motives could be.
This isn't a casual hacking attack. Microsoft is certain the breach is a determined act of industrial espionage. It seems hackers managed to break into the company's systems. There were no immediate clues as to which areas were targeted or what the possible motive was. But it's serious enough for the FBI to be called in to investigate.
I think Microsoft, in terms of security, doesn't have a particularly good image anyway. There are security events quite regularly from Microsoft. And a few years ago, Hotmail, its email account or its email system was hacked. So I think, the job for Microsoft to do now is to react to this honestly and quickly.
According to a report in the Wall Street Journal, Microsoft detected passwords being sent to an email account somewhere in St. Petersburg, Russia. The paper said the hackers had stolen blueprints of the latest version of the flagship Windows program. That's something Microsoft denies.
We're investigating a hack into the corporate system. We're meticulously looking at all of our internal systems and our code, and fortunately we haven't found that any of that code has been affected so far.
It's not the first accusation of industrial espionage surrounding the software giant. Earlier this year, Oracle admitted it hired a detective agency to spy on companies supporting Microsoft. But there were no clues today as to who was behind this latest security breach. Mike Sargent, Sky News.
With me in the studio now to discuss the implications, Alan Miles, Managing Director of the computer security software firm Symantec. Alan, is this serious? I mean, it says it's a deplorable act of industrial espionage, but serious or not?
Well, I think what it suggests to companies at large is the ability for hackers to actually get into systems such as Microsoft's. I think Microsoft security is very good. I think they take a lot of energy and time and effort to ensure it is. What it says is the determined hacking group can get through, and that talks about broader vulnerability issues for businesses at large.
And indeed, what it says is that somebody has to be very good. If the security of Microsoft's pretty tough, somebody has to be very good and determined to get through.
Absolutely. You see, that the part of the problem is being productive as a company, using the internet as a tool to do business and to keep your productivity up, whilst at the same time managing your risk. So, total security is zero productivity, and that's not an option. So you have to have the ability to trade, do business, using the internet, using computers, but manage that risk, and that's the tough bit.
Okay, so products are getting more sophisticated, but the hackers are also becoming more sophisticated. There was a suggestion they'd gone for a source code at Microsoft, and that's important in what way?
Well, basically, it's the recipe for Microsoft.
Yeah.
It's the heart of their business, if you will. They're a software company like Symantec, building software. The reports I've read this morning, talk about things like data hostage, as well as industrial espionage. So I think the concern obviously is that they've reached, if you will, the heart of the source code, allegedly, for Microsoft. So it's a concern.
Okay, and if Microsoft can't keep them out, what chance is there for others?
Well, I think if companies apply good policy management, security has reached boardroom level at long last. And the board is now willing to respect the fact that IT departments need to maximize IT investment by providing adequate security. Companies like Symantec, Accent Technologies can provide that kind of security fencing that alerts people to the problem early on and does something about it. But it's a difficult problem to manage.
Alan, thank you very much. Let's take a look now at some of the other stories making headlines.